So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Henry. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Good job there. Pretty simple. The hole was created. Runner just darted right through.
Yeah, that's the kind of play teams are looking for to have some success early in a ball game. And if you're an offensive play caller, you mark that run down. Make sure you keep coming back to it throughout the game until they stop it.
To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. Now the ball comes loose, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Now a 2nd and 6. Now Goff looking to change the play. Second and 6. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Goff. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. First down carry for Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Jackson and the rest of the offense staying put. They will go for it on 4th. Jackson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Lions will take over.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise. But how about the coverage there, able to bat it down?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 1. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 46 yards. And the Lions put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
The kicker on.
Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it as we resume action. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Two yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Inside handoff, Henry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another first and 10.
First down, Baltimore.
Here's Jackson to throw. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now it's 2nd and 10. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here is 3rd and 5. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Jackson and the rest of the offense staying put. They will go for it on fourth. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down. I got to say, when they started to run that football, I was thinking, what are you doing? It's 4th and 10, but then I saw the play develop, thought, they're going to get this.
The only thing that went through my head as that play unfolded was a movie line. That just happened. I cannot believe that they ran the ball in that situation, and not only did they run it, they picked up the first down. What a terrific play call, only because it worked. Otherwise, I'd be roasting them right now.
They go play action now. Jackson. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Running from the gun with Henry. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And it's 3rd down.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Now Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road. Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Goff going to move his guys around a bit. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's taken in. It's Isaac to Slaw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
That's good for a Lions first down.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Goff. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Lions 14.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. 4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. Greg Dortch now to return it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. A shotgun snap for Goff. This pass down the field for Gibbs. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
It's now 2nd and
And that's
10.
one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 56 yards rushing for him now to this point. This 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Goff. That is caught by Laporta. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Detroit. 44 yards.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll run with Gibbs. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. And different running back, same result as they stop him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
After the run, Goff going to throw. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Isaac to Slaw. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Lions 21, Ravens 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Ravens first down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action. It's Jackson rolling to his right. And his throw here's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Now it's Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Flowers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Baltimore.
Jackson now. Quick hitch, complete. It's Flowers. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
Flowers. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the 39-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
A gain of 14. First down, Ravens.
Throwing is Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. Now 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Lions' 19-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. That's complete left side to Bateman. So nothing doing there. And it'll be 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Ravens are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Now Lamar changing the look. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Interesting call there. They went for 2 even after the penalty from the 7-yard line. It didn't pay off.
I think the first thought is to go ahead and kick the extra point, but you're not kicking it from the 7-yard line.
Yeah,
right?
because you get pushed 5 back on the PAT as well.
Right, so they have to take it from the 15 to administer the penalty. So now you're kicking it around 40 yards. So I understand why they probably went for 2 there. They thought they had a better play and a better chance in that situation.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And now they'll shift things around.
Here's Goff. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
2nd and 10.
Goff going to throw it. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Goff now looks to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. Here comes the Lions punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And it's taken in at the 9. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
This is 1st and 10.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Here's Jackson. Connecting with Hill.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
No, we changed it.
Jackson.
His throw incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Throwing, Jackson.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A big play looming on third down. Now Jackson. Connecting with Andrews.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Jackson to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Jackson. That'll be caught by Hill.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
First down, the Ravens.
Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. Here's Jackson to throw.
And his throw is incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now.
Henry up the middle. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now Jackson.
Forced out to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Jackson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Ball resting on the 20. This is 2nd and 10.
Now it's Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Boy, this crowd is on pins and needles now because anytime you see the ball heading for the end zone, you really hold your breath, and they come out of their seats. That one falls incomplete.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is third down now.
Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
One last shot for Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Lions looking like they're going to come away with a victory. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So this one's over.